Hey everybody, so today I thought I would show y'all how to make crack candy. I made this for the first time yesterday, and let me tell you, it was so good. It's very addictive. So I'm going to make another batch today. And first of all, we're going to start, since my cookie sheet is a little bigger than regular cookie sheets, because I have bakery size cookie sheets, I'm going to actually do a batch and a half on my butter and stuff. So my butter, I just took it out of the freezer, so it's going to take it a minute to melt. I keep my overflow outside in the freezer. You know, you can freeze butter and cream cheese and all that stuff right there. And I ended up with a piece of paper frozen into the butter. Okay, I got it out. I think. Let me check. I might cut a piece out. Oh, there it is, right there. That was in there pretty good. Make sure there's no more. Oh, there's no more. All right. So butter, 2 sticks of butter. But I'm going to double this. Let me throw this away. I don't want that in my pot. I got me some beans cooking over there for some refried beans later. Okay, so it takes 2 cups of butter. And you want to melt your butter first. Let me wipe this up. And you don't melt your butter on high. You melt your butter on medium. Matter of fact, I don't even have my pan turned on yet because I was cooking my beans on that burner. But the first thing I really want to do is I want to toast a few walnuts. You can put nuts on the top of this. You don't have to put nuts on top of this. But I got a lot of walnuts. And so I thought last night that we would grind some up and just sprinkle a few on the top of that. And when I was toasting my walnuts, they actually got a little toastier. And I thought maybe I'd burn them because I was doing something else. But they didn't burn. That extra toasty on them really made it good. And when I put these nuts on the top, it made it taste like a homemade Heath bar. And I love a homemade Heath bar. I'm just going to crush these nuts in my nut grinder. It takes a minute, but I'd rather do it like this than with a knife. So y'all have one of these? Y'all's grandma probably did. Just however many nuts you want on top. Like I say, you don't have to put nuts on top of this. But I am. Let me open that up. We'll do this start to finish. So. Crushing some walnuts. I like the taste of walnuts in it better than pecans. Okay. That's about all I'm going to need on the top. Because if you get too much, they won't stick. And they fall off. Do with that. I'm going to pop this in the oven while the oven's preheating. And they'll start toasting. And you got to watch them little suckers because they will burn quick. Because nuts have a lot of oil in them. And oil will burn. I'm going to spray the bottom of my pan first in case this runs up under the tin foil. And then I'm just going to put a piece of tin foil down like that. Okay. I did it with parchment last night. Parchment and freezer paper is just too high. So we're just going to do some tin foil. And I want to spray that again. So now, I got a pack of crackers. My cookie sheet takes a little more than 1 pack of crackers, okay? These are salted. You want the salted crackers. You don't want the unsalted ones. You got to have that salt. And I like to put the salted side up. It takes a minute, y'all, but we gonna get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My cookie sheet holds 6 crackers all the way top, all the way across. So most regular cookie sheets take just 1 pack of crackers. Like I say, my cookie sheet's a little bit bigger. I like these. You can go to Sam's and get them. I like them because they're light. I don't like a dark cookie sheet. The darker your cookie sheet is, the darker your cookies are going to be when you cook them. The lighter your cookie sheet is, the more golden you're going to get. So y'all remember that when you go and buy your cookie sheet, you want a light cookie sheet. You don't want a dark one. This whole cracker thing takes a little longer than I like to fool with. But I got a lot of candy making coming up. I like to give away a lot of candy at Christmas. Candy and cookies. I've got a recipe for a peppermint mocha cookie. It's a chocolate cookie. And it has chocolate chips. It has espresso powder in it. And it has your cocoa in it. There, I think that's good. And then when they're cooked, I dip them in white chocolate. And I sprinkle peppermint, crushed peppermint on top. Very good. So now I'm just going to set this aside. Y'all see that? Okay. Got my crackers all spread out. I need to leave that alone because I'll keep on messing with that. Alright, I said we wanted to melt our butter on medium heat. So that's what we're going to do. It's already melted a lot just from the residual heat that was already on there from where I was cooking my beans on it earlier. Okay. So, I'm going to let that melt. And I got my beans cooking. Do y'all cook a lot of Christmas candy? I like to make, we're going to do fantasy fudge. We're going to do peanut brittle. I'm going to do cherry chocolate shortbread cookies. Hold on. What else? I'm looking. Cherry chocolate shortbread cookies. Those peppermint mocha cookies. I think I have raspberry thumbprint cookies. Avalanche cookies. There's something else. Oh, peanut clusters. Fudge and peanut brittle. That's what I have to make and hand out as gifts. I don't do divinity. I am so happy for y'all that can do divinity because this girl here can't do divinity. Well, I've never tried, so anyway. But I don't want to try. I don't want to try that and not be able to do it. So let me get a spoon and stir the beans. Because tonight for supper, we're having refried beans. And all I did on these was just wash some pinto beans. Put them in a pot, covered them with water. I put about a good tablespoon of bacon grease in it. And when they get close to done, then I'll salt them. But like I say, I'm just waiting on this butter to melt. You want your butter to melt slowly. You don't want your butter to come to a boil before you add your other stuff to it. I think I burnt those walnuts. I'm telling y'all, I get to talking. I'm gonna have to crush some more. Y'all, I'm gonna have to start using a timer. I done throw my nut crusher in the sink, and I burnt my walnuts. See, this ain't playing. This ain't Food Network, y'all, where they plan out everything. This is real life. I gotta see if this thing is gonna work, cause let me see. I burnt my walnuts, y'all. I'm telling y'all. I get to talking, and I just told y'all to watch those nuts, because they'll burn easy. And I burnt them suckers. Ugh, we gotta do it again. I gotta hurry up, because that butter's melting. Y'all, Brittany's got all them Christmas lights hung up out there, and them blow-ups, and Tiger's out there laying on them. I don't know why. She said the other day, she said, I'm going to turn them blow-ups on, and he'll hop off of them when they come on. He didn't. He rode that Santa sleigh all the way to the ground. So, anybody need a dog? Alright, my butter's melting. I'm going to have to hurry. I got too many irons in the fire. Hey, y'all, we're making crack candy. And I burnt my walnuts, so I'm starting over. I'm grinding them in this here old nut grinder. Y'all got to get y'all one of these. Go up there to the antique store and get y'all one of these here nut grinders. It's a whole lot easier and quicker than doing them by hand. And I think, where did I find this one? Oh, I found this one at the church garage sale. Yeah. I better set my timer. I'm going to set a timer for 4 minutes. Okay? Alright. Now, my butter. Oh, my butter still ain't melted. I told y'all that butter was frozen. It's coming along, though. We're about there. You don't want your butter to come up to a full boil before you add your other ingredients. Because then your butter will get brown. And I'm digging for a cup. Bam. Now I got my oven preheated to 400. And I got my nuts roasting. I burned them a while ago. And I just told y'all, don't burn your nuts. And I did. I'm glad I didn't do a whole lot first. So. Alright. Now, we're going to come in here. And we're going to add a cup. And I'm using a half a cup of lightly packed brown sugar. Now, I'm 1.5 in this. So I need 1.5 and then a pinch of brown sugar. That's all it is, y'all. 1 cup of butter, 1 cup and 1/8 of brown sugar, light brown sugar. Now, we're going to turn this up to medium. Let me bring y'all a little closer, see if y'all can see that. I like to use a non-stick pan for this. That way it just pours right out and I don't have to sit over there at the sink and scrub it for 10 minutes. And a wooden spoon. Here's the trick to candy making. You don't want to use a rubber spatula. You don't want to use a metal spoon. You want a wood spoon. I tell y'all to invest in some good wooden spoons. And I have a ton of them. This is going to cook. It's going to come to a boil. When it comes to a full rolling boil, we'll cook it for 3 minutes on the stove top. This is going to be my refried beans for tonight, y'all. Because I'm going to show y'all how to make chicken enchiladas, Spanish rice, and refried beans. That's just pinto beans, water, and a little bit of bacon grease right now. When they get close to being done, I'll add my salt. I'll turn it up a little bit. I also, like I said, I have my cookie sheet over there with my chocolate, with my crackers, and it's going to get a whole bag of milk chocolate chips. These are cold because I have them in the freezer. You just keep stirring this. You don't want it to burn. My timer's fixing to go off. I'm going to take my walnuts out because they will continue to cook in this hot pan. I want to stir them just a hair. Spread them out a little bit. Now this pan is hot and it'll keep cooking these nuts a little bit more. Those beans smell good. Y'all like fresh pinto beans? And you watch them because you know when to add water when they've cooked down. You don't just put a pan of pinto beans on the stove and walk away from them. You're going to work with them. Now if I put these in the crock pot, I'd put them in the crock pot and I'd go ahead and salt them. And put my bacon grease or my bacon in there. And I'd cover them with water and I would go over them about 3 inches, turn them on high and cook them. But when you cook them on the stove, all this steam coming up is that water evaporating. That don't happen in a crock pot. So, this is starting to boil around the edges. And I'm going to add a little water to my beans. This might be the last time I have to add water. I do want those to cook down and get kind of thick. I don't need them to be real juicy because I'm going to mash them. I'm watching this. When it comes to a full boil, we're going to set the timer for 3 minutes. Can y'all see that? Give me a thumbs up if you can see that. Oh, I'm going to spill it every time. I never claim to be perfect. Oh, I'm spilling it again. See? Alright. That is a boil. Timer. 3 minutes. Set. I'm going to leave it alone. I will stir it again here in just a minute, but I'm not going to stir it a lot right now. Right now I'm going to get this off my stove. It'll get a dark color. Not too dark. If it's too dark, it's burnt. But this right here is really bubbling good. I have my oven preheated at 400 because when this comes off, we're going to pour it over the crackers. Then it goes in the oven for 5 minutes. But you have to cook this long enough because you want it to crack. If you pour it on your crackers too soon, it don't get hard. It stays soft, and that's not good. So Alright, we're a minute in. And it is bubbling good. And I'm going to tell you something. If you get this on you right now, you either going to run or you're going to pass out. Because you're not going to get it off of you real quick. Because it's going to stick. And you can ask Pokey. So, sugar's hot and plastic's hot. She's got a scar that she's had for years on her arm from plastic. Playing in the fire. But this right here, that right there will take care of somebody real quick. Let somebody walk in that door that ain't supposed to be in my house trying to come in here and rob me. They're going to get some hot sugar in their face. They won't go back. They'll go to the hospital. They won't rob no more. They'll be straightened out after that. See, that is thickening up really good. You don't add no vanilla. Alright, we're coming down to 2 minutes. You'll think, man, am I cooking that too long? Is it going to be too hard? Is it going to be too thick? But you just have to keep going, because if you cut it short, I'm telling you, it won't set up. I can tell it's still hanging onto that spoon a little bit. This is just 2 sticks of butter, a cup, and 1/8 of brown sugar. Boiled. You bring it to a boil on low to medium, and then you boil it for 3 minutes straight. Alright, we coming up on the finish line. I got my crackers over here. I'm going to bring y'all back a little bit. Maybe y'all can see that. I don't know. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see my crackers? Okay. Alright, let me stir it again. Beans is cooking. They look good. Alright, this is going to go over these crackers. Hey, this is good for you to involve your little kids. Not little kids, I mean girls. Your girls. You get your daughters in the kitchen. Not little kids. There's no way I would let Eli handle this. But, I mean, get your daughters in the kitchen. Let them cook with you. If you're scared to let them do this, let them watch. Y'all, we're raising a generation of people that they don't know how to cook. And if they don't know how to cook, bless their heart, they ain't going to be sitting around the table eating at night because they're going to go to Taco Bell. Teach your kids to cook, boys and girls. Teach them all to cook. Teach them to sit down at the supper table at night as a family and just talk about the day. Listen to them. Alright, y'all see that? Now, that's hotter than a firecracker. This is going in the oven, 400 degrees, for 5 minutes. And I'm going to let that cook. I'm going to put this pan over here with some hot water. Stir my beans. I hear the dogs barking. Those beans have been cooking for a minute. Let's check them. Oh, I throwed one out. Whoop. See, they still got about an hour. You can tell. Don't rush your beans. I think I got them cooking on medium. I'm over here washing my hands. Clean up. It's going to start bubbling. When it starts bubbling, then you'll know it's doing right. I probably should have put it on the top shelf, but I didn't. Let me put these nuts back in the freezer. club pans. You can't find them no more unless you go to an antique store. Let me turn my oven light on. That way I don't have to keep opening the door. I'm watching it. I think I'm going to move it up to the top shelf, though. I could turn my convection on, but I'm not. But I'm fixing to sit this right up here on the top shelf. And I'll know it's working because all that candy on the top will be bubbling. So, do y'all cook pinto beans like this? We're just going to cook them, mash them down. We'll have refried beans with them later. Alright, we got 2.5 minutes. I can tell it's working because when I cracked my oven open then, it was bubbling. So, won't be long, y'all. Have y'all ever made this? Crack candy, crackers, butter, brown sugar. I got some walnuts that are perfect. They are cooled off and they are perfect. Yeah, it's bubbling good. I'm telling you what, you do not want to get this on you when it comes out the oven, because you're going to have it on you for a minute. Like I said, I got my chocolate chips. A whole bag of chocolate chips. You can get Nestle. You can get Great Value. I really like the Brookshire's brand from Super One. They really melt good. I really do like those. Yeah, coming along. It just takes a minute, y'all. And I don't like this hot weather in December. I'm not a hot weather person. It's just a little warm for me out there. I thought we was through using our air conditioner for a while, but looks like next week we're going back to the heater. Yep. It looks like it's cold outside till you step out there and you can't breathe because it's hot and the humidity's so high. A few seconds left. It's cooking. This is easy to make. So when this comes out, I'm going to sprinkle chocolate chips over the top, and I'm going to let the heat from the brown sugar syrup melt the chocolate chips. Then we're going to just smear it in, sprinkle nuts on top, and it goes in the ice box. Ice box or freezer. That is my timer. And it's close to being done. I'm going to give it about 30 more seconds because I really want it to reach that crack stage. These right here have a little bit longer before I add salt to them. You never salt your beans when you first put them in the pot to cook them. You want to cook them about 20 minutes before they're done. Then you add your salt. I think this right here is just about done. You see that? Y'all see how that's all bubbly and stuff? That is exactly what you want. Now, I'm going to take this bag of chocolate chips. It's going to take a little longer for them to melt because, like I say, they're frozen. Because I keep them in the freezer. And that middle part just got a lot. It's a good thing I'm going to spread it out, isn't it? Let me use this hand. I'm better with this hand. I'll drop one on the stove. Oh, this is already setting up. I can tell those crackers. It's going to be perfect. Easy, easy, easy. Very addictive. I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute. You will know it's ready when your chocolate chips get glossy. When they're glossy, that means they're melted. Let me put some more hot water in this pan. I can tell that they're coming along. I'm going to find my little spatula. And I want my spatula that has a little dip where it can go over the pan and spread. That's still not ready, but those crackers there are going to be perfect. Now I'm going to tell you what, that is nowhere near ready to take off this pan. We've got to spread all these chocolate chips in, sprinkle walnuts on top, let it get cold. And like I said, you can put it in the ice box or you can put it in the freezer to get cold. I need to turn my oven off, my light off. And I have a few walnuts that I toasted earlier. I like them good and toasty. Let me put them in here for just a second. Y'all know what's fixing to happen. I'm fixing to crush me some more walnuts because I'm going to forget about those. I see some of them getting glossy. I'm going to wait until, let me see. I'm not a summer person either. I'm past ready for winter. Me too. I like it cold. I don't like ice. And I don't like it 1 degree. I'm fine when it's about 35. That's fine with me. I don't like to have to worry about my lights going off, which we were blessed when we had that snowstorm and ice here both those times. We never lost lights or water. We kept ours the whole time. Don't ask me how. It was the Lord. But we heat strictly with wood, so if we'd have lost lights, we have a wood heater, but with strictly that wood heater, when it got down to 1 degree here, our house was still, I think it might have got down to 67 when we went to sleep at night. 65 or 67, but when we got back up, got the fire back and going, we get it up to 71 in here, and that feels good to us. I can't have none of this hot. I was able to cook the whole time and offer to people that needed something. Let me see. Okay, these. Alright, y'all see that? That's how hot that stuff was. That's how quick it melted those frozen chocolate chips. You just want to come in and see, when you give it a minute, you're letting that caramel on those crackers set up a minute. Because if you started smearing this right when it come out the oven, you're going to have a mess. But I want to see, there's my timer. I done forgot about them. Now, I get to talking and I forget. I want chocolate everywhere. I know we always go for the middle piece, but I really do like those crispy edges on this. There that is. Let me see if I can handle these walnuts. That pan is hot, and those walnuts are hot. And these, like I said, you don't have to You don't have to put walnuts on yours. But it just takes it to a whole nother level. I'm trying to be careful and not burn myself. Anybody can make this. So, 2 sticks of butter, 1 cup and 1/8 brown sugar. Melt your butter on medium heat. Add your add your brown sugar. Turn your heat up to medium high. Bring it to a good rolling boil. And boil it for 3 minutes. And then pour it over your crackers. Look at that. That's crack candy. I'm going to put this in the ice box. Yes, I will post the recipe, Michael. I will post it below. And y'all, if y'all make this, let me know. But like I was saying, you can go to Walmart and grab some of them Heath bits and sprinkle on this, but you really don't need to, because when I added those toasted walnuts, and I'm going to break this up, it is going to taste just like a Heath candy bar. You won't even know there's saltine crackers under it, because they just get all, oh, Christy, I'm sorry. I had the wrong name. Yes, I will post the recipe when I finish. I sure will. All right, y'all. So, hey, y'all, I got my beans over here cooking for tonight. I'm going to show y'all how to make sour cream, green chili chicken enchiladas. Refried beans, and we're going to make Spanish rice. That's coming later. That's what we're going to do. And when I do that, I'll break this up and show y'all how this looks when it's finished. So, bye, y'all.